Mane fa say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Listen to what Bawumia said.
Yes.
Said, unfortunately, the pressure that is placed on GRA staff to collect revenues makes them focus on existing taxpayers. Sometimes they even have to go sit in people's shops to monitor sales, a process known as invigilation. In fact, many businesses feel harassed by this process and the constant audits of the operations. This has to stop. We must strike the right balance between collecting revenue and allowing businesses to thrive. Our job is to protect the productive forces. What can be more skating than this? Skating
But you agree
on his own government. I continue. Paragraph 118. Paragraph 118. It says the current tax regime in Ghana has been with us since independence, and it has failed us.
But I said the same thing. He says
it has failed us. It says too much discretion results in corruption. We want a regime that is easy to understand, easy to comply with, and easy to enforce. And that is not subject to so much corruption.
Yeah.
I mean,
but this are very bold.
It means that on this,
very bold.
It means that on this issue, his government has wasted 8 years.
Wasted 8 years of our time.
That's what it means.
Just wasted our time.
He said.
He says that the current regime has failed us.
No, he said this has been a situation from independence.
Yeah, but what was the promise in 2016?
And what was the promise? And you came in as the economic messiah.
Yeah.
You came in as the economic messiah.
So
you were touted as the man with the magic wand.
So what?
I mean.
So what?
And you say, oh, he hasn't talked about failures. He's just saying disagreements. I mean, please, you are trying to rewrite the speech. We all have the speech. We heard him.
I didn't even
the speech
quote
is
from
here.
the speech. You are quoting from
Don't
the speech.
rewrite the speech.
I didn't even quote
you are part of the creation of speech, so you don't need to. It's here.
You know, so what is going on, Ghanaians? What confusion? What confusion? Look, now you don't even know who to hold responsible.
For what? Responsible for what?
For the mess. For what Bawumia says is the corruption, the failure of our tax collection regime, and the harassment of businesses. And you are the chair of the economic management team. So what have you been doing there? And I have allocations that have gone to his office. If you look at GIFMIS code 2210909, just in September, 1 month, September 2022, he asked for 4 million Ghana cedis, 4,050,237 just for 1 month, for what he said urgent and other emergency activities. This year we'll be spending 18 million Ghana cedis in his office. All of these millions of Ghana cedis. You are chair of the economic management team, and then you now come and tell us that you have been a fantastic failure.
What did Parliament approve for it?
You have failed since and then you say since independence we have failed, and that you now should be trusted after wasting our time for 8 years.
Yes, because he wants executive power.
Look,
he wants executive power.
Look,
his opponent, your boss, had executive power for 4.5 years.
Let me quote from paragraph 172 of his address, page 72. Ladies and gentlemen, many people have said that I am the most impactful vice president in Ghana since independence. And he likes this grandiose claims. I don't know whether he suffers from, delusions of grandeur. They say I've been the most impactful vice president in Ghana since independence.
You obviously don't agree.
Then he continues, I do not intend to compare what I have achieved as vice president under President Akufo-Addo to that of a vice president who could not perhaps make a mark. So boastful, beating his chest. Then when he comes to the sectors that he sees he has hit the road.
I asked him a question about that claim.
Which one?
The claim of being the best vice president. I asked the question. I said, if the man was not responsible for anything, how is he?
Then how come you are the best? How come you are the most impactful?
Actually, if he hasn't been impactful,
how come you are the most impactful?
He would not have won the NPP race.
So
I'm telling you.
So when he comes to the economic failure, the disaster that he has superintended for the first time, we are going through financial haircuts. Never happened in our history. Where we are,
because you borrowed
where
a lot
a
of
domestic debt exchange program is imposed on us, where we are bankrupt, where we cannot pay our debts. Never happened in our history. Page 22. When it comes to the economy, he says, quote, I was thankfully appointed as chairman of the economic management team as a subcommittee to cabinet. We do not have any decision-making powers. Can you believe that?
Why can't you believe that? Why can't
the man who says he's the most impactful says independence. Then when it comes to the economy, he says, oh, you know, I was only a subcommittee chair.
No, is it true or not?
We don't have any decision making.
No, is it true?
Why are you
that the EMT
why do you
is advised to cabinet? No.
So are you impactful or not?
But,
is he the most impactful vice president's independence or not?
Oh.
Is he or not?
So why has he not been impactful?
No, you should be telling me, is he or not? You can't have it both ways.
You are disputing.
He wants to have it both ways.
No, you are disputing. So why do you think he hasn't been?
You can't eat your
the
cake
man
and
says
have
that I was not responsible for any decision.
Yes.
I was not responsible for implementing anything.
Me, I'm only an advisor.
He hasn't said.
That's what he's saying here.
No, he hasn't said so.
You haven't read paragraph 64.
No, he hasn't said so. He says that the committee that he chairs is
such
advisory.
Confusion.
Of course, be an advisory committee. Some of your advice can be taken. Some may not be taken. But it's not only that the vice president does. He does other things.
Like what?
He's saying that the president asked him to coordinate the systems to make governance open and better through digitalization. He said so in the speech.
Okay,
have you seen it?
So
and he went on to talk about some of the things that they've done with digitization. Have you seen that?
No, can I speak?
No, have you seen that in the speech too?
Can I speak with
If he wasn't impactful,
at least he should,
the NPP flag.
Well, at least he should own the IMF program.
The IMF program is here.
He should own it.
Yeah.
Own it means what?
Yes. The IMF.
He should own it as the person who led the process.
Yes, they've told us the IMF
and everything in the document.
Report
But we went to IMF,
including all the taxes. It's here.
We went to IMF in 2015.
Let me proceed.
Who owns it?
Let me proceed.
We went to IMF in 2015.
Let me proceed.
Who owns it?
Let me proceed.
Nana.
Who owns
Let me proceed.
Nana, why that analogy?
Can I have my time?
But why that question?
Can I have
Why
my time?
that question?
I am saying that this IMF document, when you open it, when you open this IMF document, I don't see Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Yeah.
No,
all the way know is the president.
Once you said Bawumia should own it.
Yes.
We going to the IMF.
Yes.
You mean the decision?
The program, not the decision.
Those who led the negotiations, the IMF has said.
But once you take the decision, you go through a program.
Yes. And so you are not part of the program. You don't lead the negotiations for the program. And there are decisions.
He has told you he's not part of the program.
If I finish,
Has Bawumia told you he's not part of it?
If I finish, you understand me. In that program, that his name is listed as number 1.
Yeah.
You have e-levy there.
Yeah.
You have all those taxes that he says you scrap in there.
Yes. And if he disagrees, and other people don't agree.
After leading the negotiations, the hypocrisy, the dishonesty.
Has he said?
He probably thinks will not read the IMF staff report.
No, has he said he was not part of it?
He thought we won't read the IMF staff report. Is that what you people were thinking?
Look, the
that we
simple
won't read the
question
IMF staff
that you have to tell us. Has Bawumia said anywhere?
Let me continue. This is my time. This is my time.
How did you remember anything?
Doc, he doesn't.
He says he will scrap the things that are negative about the program.
Obviously, because he disagrees.
Because those ones are negative.
Because he disagrees.
Shall we go?
When somebody said they disagree with something, it means they are not part of it.
He doesn't end there. At page 40, he says, my vision, ladies and gentlemen, as vice president, I am like a driver's mate. But if by the grace of God, you make me president, I will be in the driver's seat with constitutionally mandated authority to pursue my vision and my priorities.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, you people had said so.
But that's a statement of fact.
It's a statement of fact. You disagree? People had said so in 2015.
Please, can I proceed? When did he come to this realization? I hold in my hands.
Yes.
I hold in my hands the letter he wrote to then Vice President Emisa Atta on 170 statements that he wants a response. And may the good Lord bless the soul of His Excellency Pakwese Mr. Atta, may he continue to rest in peace. Look, when you go through these 170 statements, the things that Bawumia blamed Mr. Atta for and expected a response from him, shocking. Take, for example, statement number 10. Taxes on businesses have increased dramatically, and new taxes have been introduced. For example, increases in capital gains tax from 10% to 25%, withholding tax from 15% to 20%, and the introduction of energy levy 10%, VAT on financial services 17.5%, special import levy, etc. Taxes have also been introduced on ambulances and bicycles. He wants Mr. Atta to respond to this.
Okay. Do you want me to respond?
He continues. Statement number 12. The government is also accumulating arrears in payments to contractors and other service providers. Mr. Atta was supposed to respond to this.
Yeah.
Arrears to contractors.
Yeah.
As head of economic management team.
Yeah.
He was not driver's mate.
No,
He was
the subcommittee of
yes,
cabinet,
the subcommittee of
which is
cabinet,
only
which
an
is
advisory
only an
role.
advisory role.
Yes.
Yes. As for Mr. Atta, he didn't deserve that sympathy.
Can I ask you just one small
Let me
question?
continue.
No,
you
just,
see,
just
you see
one,
how unfair
No, no,
you
just
people
one
were.
question. Randy.
Statement number 14.
Let him
Statement
finish.
number
No,
14.
Randy, did
a
Mr.
rising
Atta
black hole of
respond?
state-owned enterprise.
No, let him finish.
No, did Mr. Atta
Please, it doesn't matter. He wrote it. This is
Yes, but did he respond?
wrote to
But why
you.
did he direct the
Why
questions
did he
to Mr.
direct
Atta?
it to
Why did he
Mr.
do
Atta?
that?
Why?
You must direct it to somebody.
Oh,
No,
really?
but he did.
You must
And-
direct it
Nana,
to somebody.
And Mr. Atta didn't have a president at the time?
A person who knows
Yeah.
that the EMT is a subcommittee of cabinet.
Subcommittee.
Yeah.
That is only an advisory body.
Yeah.
Why would that person address 170 questions about the economy to the chairman of the advisory
of
committee?
the
Why
advisory
would they do
committee.
that?
But
Why?
you are seeking information.
No, why to that person?
Yes.
Why
Why?
not? You are seeking information.
I mean, look at this.
Isn't it?
And the information
no
is to the
consistency.
information
No
on
principle.
government decisions.
Yes, government decisions.
where the two of you,
Let me continue. You
where I
you
dis- I'll
even
not- I'll
you
not say
even
you
be
are wrong.
more
But
shocked.
where I disagree with you is that Bawumia seeking information from Mr. Atta is not blaming Mr. Atta.
He is. He
Is
is.
he blaming him? He's
He
asking him questions. He
He
wants
is.
information.
He is.
How do you
If at the
conclude
next day, Nana,
that if somebody asks you a
Nana,
question?
if at the next day, listen, Nana,
you asking me
why
questions.
will you
Have you
direct?
read, did you read the 170?
Nana, why will you direct questions? Questions about my moderation on this program?
Yeah.
Why will you direct it to somebody
Yeah.
else?
Today, as we speak,
yeah,
today,
true.
you ran the Abbey.
Yes.
You've directed questions meant for government to me. Are you
Yes.
blaming me?
No, no, because on
Are
this,
you blaming
hold
me?
on, hold on,
No,
Nana.
you've directed questions to me.
Nana, hold
No,
on.
haven't you?
Nana, hold on. Nana, hold on.
You are looking for information.
Nana, no,
That's why you're asking me.
Nana.
And if I have it, I'll tell
Nana,
you. If I don't have it, I'll tell you.
Nana,
Yeah.
Dr. Bawumia
Uh-huh.
was a deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Yeah.
And Dr. Randy Abbey
Just hold on.
is the moderator.
Nana,
I'm sitting here. You have directed questions
if
to me.
I finish,
Okay, finish.
if Dr. Bawumia was not on this posturing
Yeah.
tangent about EMT,
Yeah.
nobody will raise this Mr. Atta, Vice President Mr. Atta issue. Dr. Bawumia is here telling us that a vice president who chairs the EMT is nothing but the chair of a subcommittee of parliament,
Yes.
Of cabinet.
which
Of cabinet.
only provides advice.
Yes.
It doesn't take any decision.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not responsible for anything.
Yes.
Yet,
Yeah.
with all his knowledge and experience, when he had 170 questions to ask about government's economic performance, he directed them
Yes.
at the head of the advisory committee,
Yes.
who does not take decision, is not responsible for the implementation of anything.
Yes.
There was a finance minister. There was a president.
Because he's looking for information. He's not assigning blame to Mr. Atta. He's looking for information. Can you explain this to me? Can you explain that to me? Can you explain? If Mr. Atta has the information, he will say, yes, this is why we did it. If he hasn't got it, he will say, no, I don't have the information.
What is wrong? Why would he choose to ask Mr. Atta? Why?
But he's the head of the economic management team.
And the economic
So he's in a
management team.
position to have
No.
information.
So the economic management team is the right place to ask 170 questions about the economy.
Why?
Yeah.
You mean the questions are too many?
No, I am saying that you have 170 questions about the economy.
Yes.
Where the right place to go to.
So
you have been at the Bank of Ghana.
You didn't ask any question at all.
No.
It's Amy Sata who should tell him that I'm not the person to answer this.
He shouldn't
And
know.
indeed, Amy Sata did not.
But he that so
When-
so,
when
so,
did- when
so
did-
you are
when
suggesting
did
that
Bawumia come to the
Alhaji Bawumia.
Why can you are sitting asking me
So-
questions?
so-
of
so you are saying that-
the one I
because
asked-
of the three of us.
So you are saying
Nana,
these questions were incompetent?
Nana, if you are not sitting on this program,
Yes.
if you are not sitting on this program,
Yes.
I'll never sit here and ask a question about government of you.
Yes.
But sitting here, the three of us, you are the only person who's in government.
Yes.
So if there's any question about government, ordinarily I'll ask you.
Yes.
When you are
does
not,
it mean that
when you are not on this panel,
Yes, but
I will not ask you.
I haven't,
So it is not as if it is not as if the vice president.
It's
It's not as if the vice president was in a debate with him and he asked
consistency.
But you see, my worry is not you asking me the question. I'm very fine. The one I can provide you information, I give you.
Please,
If
can I
don't have
continue?
it,
Can I continue?
But you are not blaming
today,
me
Nana's
simply
strategy
because
is
you
to
asked
be-
me.
is to be
Are you
disruptive.
blaming me because you asked me a question?
Oh no.
And the man is asking a question from
Statement number 14 to what we are told now is a subcommittee. A rising black hole of state-owned enterprise debt, which together with the debts owed by government to the bulk oil distribution companies and the lack of adequate supervision of microfinance companies, can potentially collapse the banking system. In addition, we have rising interest rates, crowding out the private sector, reduced business confidence, and declining economic growth.
So what is the point?
Then he continues.
What is the point of all of it? Is he blaming the Misata?
This Bawumia's statement.
Yeah, but is he
and
blaming
questions
the
In
Misata?
fact, the following day, Alhaji Bawumia took to his Twitter page to post that it's been 24 hours since I asked.
Yes.
Misata.
170 questions.
Yes.
Has he
responded?
Yes. And what was the Misata's eventual response? He didn't remind him.
I don't want to.
Number 17.
No, he didn't remind him.
Number 17. In the last 7 years,
He
under this
responded to
government,
one.
the total
rest he
debt,
said he would respond.
total debt has ballooned from 9.5 billion to 100 billion by the end of 2015. 105 billion in May 2016.
Is that true or not?
Now it's 600 billion.
So
Who should take responsibility?
Randy, when we comes to
When
debt,
Emisata was vice president,
when it comes to
he should
debt.
answer. He is the chair of the economic.
We have to go.
But
Where
you
is
are looking-
principle?
we are
Where is
look- you are
honesty?
looking for
Where is
information.
truth?
You are looking for information.
If you didn't think that this is the right place,
Look.
if a former deputy governor of Bank of Ghana is in the best position to know where to seek information.
But Randy.
So anywhere he goes to,
Yes. Randy.
anywhere he goes to
Object-
quietly means that he knows that is where.
Yes,
Exactly.
And
The
in fact,
information-
to move from there, there is a video of the vice president taking on President John Mahama and says that President John Mahama had been in charge of the economy for 8 years. And he explains the 8 years to mean that he was EMT chairman for 4 years and president for 4 years. And that is...
So when Mahama was president, he was in charge of the economy.
Doc,
You don't get what I'm saying.
Doc,
I'm saying Dr.
let me read the last
Bawumia. I'll show you that video.
Doc, let me read the last
Says
one.
that President Mahama was in charge of the economy for 8 years.
Yes.
And he goes to explain the 8 years by saying that what it means by being in charge of the economy for 8 years is that he was chairman of EMT for 4 years and then president for another 4 years.
Yes.
That is...
And I'm saying, taking your own word for it, it means that
It's not my word.
Doc,
No, you are saying it. I haven't said it.
As
But I'm saying, I agree with you.
It's not my
what
word.
What it means is that...
the person who says that somebody has been responsible for the economy for 8 years and his definition of being responsible for the economy for 8 years is that the person was EMT chairman for 4.
Now, why then did he extend it to the presidency and say that he was
It says he was
as president?
He was EMT chairman for 4.
For 4 years.
And president
As
for
vice
4.
president.
Why have you neglected the other part of it? The 4 years as
Nana,
president.
why are you pretending that you don't understand what I'm saying?
Doc,
He says that
this is a strategy.
he knows very well that John Mahama was president for 4 years. Yet he said that John Mahama had been president for 8 years.
Yes.
And his explanation of the 8 years is that John Mahama was EMT chairman for 4 years.
So what you are saying is that Bawumia was saying that as president, Mahama was in charge.
He's saying that as chairman of EMT, he was responsible for the economy.
Why have you neglected the other parts?
Doc, you are going to laugh.
Why have you neglected the other parts?
Allow me to read the last Bawumia question to Emisata. You are going to love this one.
Yes.
What he says the economic management.
Let's listen to the question.
Indeed, given the resources at its disposal, one should expect at least 4 to 5 times the quantum of investment that the NDC claims to have undertaken. The close to $33 billion of borrowing that was most used for projects could have inter alia. Then he lists $33 billion. They have borrowed, if you do the 480 billion at current exchange rate, it's about 39 to 40 billion.
It's not true.
$billion.
It's not true. Yesterday, President Mahama was saying that we borrowed 13.5 billion.
Can I proceed?
Just yesterday.
Can I proceed? Can I proceed?
Yesterday.
So
Mahama was saying that we've borrowed 13.5
so
billion.
with $33 billion, you say that.
And you borrowed 31
you say that Emisata, as chair of the economic management team, they could have solved the water problems in Ghana. This is Bawumia speaking. Solve the energy problem and not put the country through 5 years of doom at the cost of human lives and collapsing business and unemployment. Put in place at least 1,000 kilometers of asphalt road in each region. There will be no major road problem left in any region. Transform agriculture in the northern regions, Afram Plains and the rest of Ghana through investment in machinery, irrigation and dams. See the high expectation he had of the economic management.
Yes.
Put in place one world-class hospital in each region.
Yeah.
Buy at least 1,000 ambulances for the Ghana ambulance service. Set up factories with the private sector across the country to add value to our raw materials and create jobs. Equip our existing health and education institutions with state-of-the-art facilities. Build an additional 600 of the senior high schools the government is trying to build. Construct the Accra-Kumasi Paga Railway as the Western Railway line.
I'm going to spend all the time on 170.
See how embarrassed you are. So
where's the embarrassment?
So Emisata, as chair of the economic management team, this is what they should have done.
Okay. All right.
With monies that they got.
I'm not PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Ah, nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.